Could you imagine like a video of a bunch of Somalis, Sudanese, Congolese, and a State Department guy going, "Welcome to America," shaking hand? They'd be like, waving a Somali flag, all wrapped up, with no regard whatsoever for the wonder of America and what it was. No, they want to go to some fucking area of the country that has been cordoned off by their own leadership. And occasionally they start moving out so they could take over. But that's what they want to do. Go to Mall of America up there. Mall of America. Right. It's not America. It doesn't even look like America. It's a bunch of Somalis in burqas and those pajamas the men wear. That's the entire Mall of America. There's no assimilation. These people will assimilate because they want to, not being forced to. Similar ideology, similar belief system, similar what is sacred to us is sacred to them. You don't get that with boatloads of monsters storming our beaches. They don't understand the sanctity of life and having sympathy for your neighbors and helping. None of it. So fuck off. Hey, it's not just black people and it's not just media people that are racist scumbag pieces of shit. This one is labeled "White Cunt Says South African Refugees Not Welcome." Now, I guarantee you, this woman is at demonstrations with signs against deportation, welcoming it. You know, I saw a video today. There's a minibus rolling up with blacked out windows, so you can't even see in it, but refugees, illegals. They weren't refugees, illegals from some shithole nation were in the van. And this boomer, old, naggy woman has a sign going, "Welcome," with a heart. And she's blowing kisses and waving in the wind. She don't even know who's in there. There's like guys with teardrop tats and fucking apocalypto death tattoos. And she's like, "Mwah," waving. You dumb cunt. Meanwhile, they have a problem with 59 white South Africans because they're white. No other reason. Try to tell me one other reason. You won't be able to. Let's watch this cunt, white cunt. Here she is. Another beauty.
This video is for the white Afrikaners who are coming to the United States. I think you've already landed here. And I know that some of the folks who met you at the airport told you, "Welcome, we're so glad you're here." Most of us aren't glad you're here, okay? We
Could you pause
don't
that?
want you
Because that's a complete fallacy. Most of us aren't glad you're here. No, most of us are. It's refreshing. Even if you didn't want anybody from anywhere coming into this country, let's say you're like, done, no more immigration or refugees or anything. You would be relieved, at least, watching these families, these white South African families coming into our country than you would from any other illegal immigrant we have seen coming from shitholes like African sub-Saharan nations and India and Pakistan and Mexico and Venezuela and El Salvador, all of it. You would go, "Oh, all right, I'd rather no one, but I'm happy that it's these people." So this cunt doesn't even understand that the country is so tired of watching the invasion of shit that's poured over our border that we are happy to see them and they are welcome. All right? Yeah. All right, roll them.
Here. We never wanted you here. And furthermore, I noticed they're going to settle you in Idaho, Ohio, and North Carolina. I will tell you, they're not our finest states, so they're a good fit for you. I understand that many of you are farmers, and I've seen a lot of people say, oh, that's great, we need more farmers. Sorry to say, we don't. We actually need farm workers because we've deported most of them. So
Could you
if
pause
you
again? No, we have not deported most of the farm workers, dumb cunt. And as far as the states they're going to relocate these people to, what an elitist cunt. She must be from California. This has California shit lib written all over it. So she points out states, North Carolina, Ohio. Oh, those aren't even good states. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. She also has no clue. These are a stout people. They had roving bands of blacks trying to murder them. I don't think Ohio is going to be hard for them to deal with, or North Carolina is going to be a real bitch for them. This woman is fucking disgusting. And she thinks, oh boy, it could be tough. Tough. You don't know tough. These people are tough. Generations of them living in hostile environments, doing things, making things, creating, feeding the people of the country when the majority of them didn't even want them there. But this bitch is bringing up, oh, I hope you could survive in crappy Ohio or North Carolina. Fuck off. Oh, I hate this twat. Let her roll.
You can, put your picking hat on and think about, picking produce. That's largely probably what you're going to be doing here, because I hear you don't have a lot of skills. I would also say that
she hears they don't have a lot of skills. These are the only people in the entire country of South Africa that are doing anything to keep the economy going, to keep the infrastructure running. And just because the people that you love coming into this country, the uneducated, filthy, wretched refuse, it doesn't mean these people will be picking on the farm. Because again, that's all she thinks about everyone that's come in. They're all racist, by the way. She loves the fact that black and brown people have been streaming over the border by the millions. She loves that fact. But she also, in her head, all they can do is pick fruits and vegetables on a farm field. That's her mindset. She is a fucking insane racist. And she thinks because white South Africans come here who have built infrastructures and farmed for generations, that they'll just be picking too, because you're all just filthy slop that doesn't live in a California condo like I do. Ugh. Wow. All right. A little more.
you're not going to have to hold just one job, but probably two or three to make up for your quality of life that you had back in South Africa. There'll be no servants working for $2 a day. There's none of that here. So you're the servant who's working for $2 a day. So enjoy that. You're going to have to pay for your health care. And ordinarily, because you're a refugee who's being discriminated against, you would go on Medicaid. But guess what? The Republicans just cut Medicaid. So I don't think you're going to have that option for health care. So maybe you'll do without. I don't know. And honestly, I don't care. I did notice that the Episcopalian Church had a program with the government where they would, they would resettle and help, refugees resettle. They find you all to be so onerous, they terminated the partnership with the government. And they said, yeah, we won't be resettling those folks. Other things that you need to know about. While we are 58% white here in the United States, that's not going to last much longer. Within the next couple of years, we're going to be the minority, which will be fun for you because that's what you're used to. Interestingly enough, we have a ton of Latinos. We're the second largest Spanish speaking country in the world. So for you, if you could stop speaking that dirty, guttural, whatever it is, German, French, Dutch thing that you speak, that Afrikaans, nobody wants to hear that shit. So you can speak English or you can speak Spanish, which is really the second language here. In terms of other things that you need to know about, the black people in this country, they don't get fucked with, okay? I know that there's a long legacy of colonialism and all kinds of stuff happening in your country, but our black folks have sort of been through the fire, if you will, and they're not going to be fucked with. So you're the minority here. Enjoy. I really hope you like your time here. I'm going to bet my ass that you're going to be booking it back to SA probably within the next 12 months. Have a great day.
I cunt. That is a cunt. Racist, white-hating, self-hating. She's celebrating the thought of a minority white United States of America, celebrating it, basking in it. Does this dumb fuck understand the repercussions of that? Is she going to be one of those, but I was your friend. I said to go back to the South. I was your, as she's being fucking raped up the ass by the black people here in this country that don't take it. Don't take what? They take everything from stores. Oh, no, we don't get, they're not the South African black. The ones that were murdering them? Probably similar. She talks about white South Africans as if they were these royalty and that the blacks were all subservient. And apartheid ended 35, almost 40 years ago. And even then, it was pretty hostile for white people. And now she just thinks that they're going to come here and hate it because it's not as good as white farmers had it in South Africa. That is an ignorant fucking bitch right there. What an ignorant lump of shit. Has no idea what's going on over there. Watches old fucking, old colonialism films. You fucking cunt. Oh, was that infuriating? That was infuriating. All right. Well, that's all the South Africa stuff I have.